Hello there, my fellow language learners. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're tuning into today's video because you want some fresh ideas, some hacks to learn languages better and to have more fun. Just now I scouted around my place to find what am I using currently day by day in little ways that really enrich and uplift my practice. So we're going to get right into it. The first thing that I've restarted using over this summer holiday where I live here in South China. My target language is Mandarin, by the way, but these hacks I'm going to share with you will work for any language. I've restarted using my Leitner Box. So if you're unaware of what this is a physical, okay, it looks a little messy because they're all falling as I hold it up vertically, but it's a physical system for physical flashcards. It's a spaced repetition system. This will allow you to memorize large quantities of vocabulary or phrases very efficiently. A lot of people do this on their phones or their computers with Anki, but I think this is a great time for you to get off your devices. Doing vocabulary memorization is something you can easily do without technology, and it can be a lot of fun to do with students, children, family members, friends. So if you're not sure how to build that, check out my playlist on it. I'll put a link right here in this video. Second thing, games. This is a game that I designed called Heading Into Language Land, and I've been playing it on the tabletop with my friends and family, in person, but also online through virtual game events. So if you want to come out and play with us online, we can do that. Just visit languagecardgames.com to learn more. We have active regular groups for Japanese, Spanish, Turkish, and Mandarin, and sometimes we do sort of one-off events for other target languages too. Just reach out and let me know what target language you're studying, but we're doing that every Saturday online, so that's a lot of fun. My daughter and I have visited bookstores recently to buy some new books. So here's something I've been using. This is a children's book called Madeline's Rescue. And the reason why I love it, the reason why I think you should get into children's books is because they have a lot of imagination and creativity and great word use in them, and they're often broken down into small chunks that people young and old can understand and enjoy and even absorb some profound life philosophies sometimes. This particular book, it has just a few sentences on each page, and it has the simplified Chinese characters there, and also the pinyin, which is the transliterized or transliteration of the Chinese characters, which allows me to read and learn it more easily. And not only that, but there's the English translation in the back of the book. So I kind of like it actually that the English is not on the same page, because it forces me a little bit to try to understand what's on the page first. And then if I really need help or if I really want to know how they translate it, then I skip to the back. So that little bit of friction sort of forces me to try to learn harder. If the English was right there, I would tend to just cheat more often, right? So I think it's actually good for me that the English is separated out. But this is a book that I actually remember and was familiar with from my childhood. So when I find those books, it's really great because I already have the background context in my mind, and it's also something I can share and transmit to my children and my family members. So this was a good find recently. Read more books, comic books, children's books, or maybe you're into a higher level type of material that would be hard for you to read in your target language. Let's imagine you like, for example, Harry Potter. You can find, especially for those famous books, you can find simplified sort of young adult versions of those books in your target language. Because, for example, let's imagine children in China who really like Harry Potter. They're going to be reading simplified Chinese versions of Harry Potter in middle school and in high school. So you could find that too. Get into books, that's all I'm saying. Last thing I want to share with you is something related to music. So on my phone here, and this is a Chinese phone that my wife helped me to buy many, many years ago. It's quite old now, but it had a built-in music app. And what I found on there recently, what I've been enjoying is the sort of listen now feature. It's almost like a radio feature, and that will expose me to new songs in a random playlist. I don't even know what people would call this in the States or in the West with Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, but it's just like a play now, listen now function. And I started to like to use that when I'm commuting a long distance and I've got some time to kill in the car, or when I'm relaxing with my family outside in the evening, sort of watching, just supervising the children while they play, and I just want to relax and I just want to hear I want to tune into what people are listening to these days. So what I'll do is I'll play that, and of course not every song is something I'm gonna like, but I just kind of make myself listen. You know, if it's a song I really didn't like, I could just skip to the next one, I guess. But the thing is, I'm listening for a song that's gonna help me learn the language. So I'm looking for songs that have maybe a slower tempo, or if not a slower tempo, at least a slower lyrical style, something that I'm gonna be able to understand at least, 60 or 70% of right off the bat. And through a little bit of study or paying attention to the lyrics, which the lyrics do pop up on my phone, and I can pause the song and look at those lyrics and work on decoding them a little bit, maybe chat about it to my wife or my friends, learn a little bit more about the song, go on the internet, learn more about the song and the singer. That's been a great way to learn for me. And I want to play you a little sample of a song that's become one of my favorites recently. I think this song originally came out in like 2000. This is a cover version, but you'll see what I mean. The pace of it's relaxing and enjoyable, and the lyrics don't come out that fast. And to me, the style is almost kind of like U2, but not quite. But that's sort of like the vibe for me when I heard it. Let me give you a little sample of it. She cut her hair and changed her hairstyle. She changed her phone number. She didn't answer her messages anymore. She didn't answer any questions. Forget it, she's gone crazy, or she's pretending she doesn't, she's pretending she's playing dumb, something like that. So this song is called Ijo Isla. And I've been researching it more online, but that's been kind of fun. So I have playlists through this music player. I set up a playlist which I call For the Road, and those are songs that my daughter and I like to listen to when I'm taking her to school. I have a playlist of relaxing songs which I can listen to in the evening. I've got one metal song on there that came out randomly I thought was kind of cool. But, finding the right music can be useful. You could expedite this process maybe by on social media making a post and asking for recommendations, which are good for language learners. But I'm someone who's really so into music anyway, so I just like listening to music. I do it all the time regardless. So I've refined that process a little bit to pull out songs that can actually help me to learn languages. So there you have it. Flashcards, traditional style with the Leitner Box. Children's books or books that have been simplified that come down to your level where you are. Games, you can game with us online, visit languagecardgames.com. And music, songs. I hope you're also traveling this summer. I've been doing that too. Maybe that's the last little hack I'll leave you with. Get out of doors, visit new places, talk to strangers, get off your phone. Make some memories that way. Try new foods. I've been doing that a little bit recently. I've enjoyed talking to the housekeeping services. I don't know what you even call it, like the maids at the hotel, the chefs of restaurants, the waiters and waitresses at restaurants, the people cooking food on the streets, the taxi drivers and Uber drivers. In China, that service is called Didi. But all of those little experiences and little conversations add up. You'll have a conversation with a stranger. There'll be a few words leaping out that you really don't know, and you can go check those later. And you're going to have a desire to check those later because it was relevant to your life and you had a little misunderstanding just then. You can make a flashcard for that, drop it in your box. But I hope these ideas are helpful. I hope it just nudges you along on your journey. And I hope you'll come back and tune in for the next video. I'm giving you motivation, language learning, travel, game design, all that kind of stuff on my channel. So I hope to see you back here in the next one. Bye-bye for now.